Hey everyone, welcome back to World of Warcraft Classic Anniversary and our Night Elf Priest. I appreciate you joining me today, and I hope you are all doing well. Today we are in the beautiful Lochmadan. It's been a while since we've been here, and we are right outside of Thelsamar. We're going to be picking up a quest or two that will take us into the Badlands for the first time. So with that being said, let us go pick up those quests, and we'll get started. It looks like the quest is on the other side of town, maybe? I'm not sure if this is inside the inn. I know that there is... No, it's probably inside of here. I know there's an alchemy / herbalism trainer here in Thelsamar.
What's on your mind? Off with it.
Badlands Reagent Run. Priest, I would make use of your services. I am an alchemist of some note, and I seek your aid in acquiring some reagents found out in the Badlands. I need the following items to replenish my stock: 5 buzzard gizzards, 10 crag coyote fangs, and 5 rock elemental shards. Obviously, you can get them off of the beasties themselves. If you're not of the fighting type, then find friends who are. Acquire these items for me, you'll get some coin out of the deal. Well, what do you say?
Watch your back.
I say let's do it. Yeah, it looks like that is the only quest. There's a quest out by the excavation site called Prospector Ironband. I suppose we could just pick that up. It might send us to Ironforge, maybe. I'm not sure, but we'll pick it up just in case before we head into the Badlands. And once we get into the Badlands, there are plenty of quests kind of scattered about to pick up. There is no flight path or town for the Alliance. In this zone, Thelsamar is kind of our home base, I guess, for the Badlands. And over the course of the next episode or two, we are going to look to pick up all of the dungeon quests for Uldaman, which is situated to the north here in the zone. A lot of exciting stuff. And we've also switched over to Holy again for today. I wanted to give it another try. I feel like we're going to be doing a decent amount of traveling, so I feel like it'll work out decently well. Maybe a decent amount of running in between pulls. So I did pick up that new rank of Holy Fire in between episodes, rank 5. And we're ready to try it out again.
Talk to me. Be good.
Prospector Agmond was in charge of our excavation sites in the Badlands to the southwest. I say was because, well, I haven't heard from him in weeks. I need you to find Agmond so I can get his report. Last I heard, Agmond was at the southernmost dig site in the Badlands, a tiny operation past the Angor fortress. I'd start your search for him there. Sure. Get some random items.
Watch your back.
But we can do that.
Be good.
The other quest we'll ignore. I think that's like a low level 10 quest or something. We did skip most of Lochmadan in the early levels in favor of Darkshore. Alright, so let's actually get into the zone now. One of the other big goals I have for either today or the next episode is to farm up some elemental earth from the rock elementals in the Badlands. Because if we can get our hands on some, that'll make the cost of our new robes of power, which I'm going to try to craft through tailoring. It'll make it significantly cheaper since elemental earth is easily the most expensive component of this craft. The other elementals I'm okay with purchasing off the auction house if we need to. Not a big deal to me. And obviously we have some mage weave in the bank, I think, that we can convert into bolts. So a new chest piece on the horizon. That should be really cool. We'll ignore the Discs of Norganon, I think. Well, you know what? I think the Discs of Norganon is actually at the end of Oldemon. So I wonder when we can actually enter Oldemon. It says level 47. That's pretty steep. If we have to be that high to actually enter. Crumbled map. There's something down there. I actually have never seen the crumbled map before. Is it something that just drops off of one of these guys, maybe? I guess we can go check that out real quick. Take a look. Let's get buffed up. We'll take out some dark irons. I think the world buff that we have for the anniversary event might work out much better with Holy, since our spells are a little bit more direct than Shadow. Shadow has a lot of spells like Shadow Word Pain and Mind Flay that can't actually crit, I believe. Wow, 3 hits and this guy just fell over. That's awesome. Yeah, something we have to try to keep on top of as Holy is to try to get damage in during our Spirit Tap. Because our Spirit Tap buff is going to significantly impact our damage since we get more spell power from Spirit. This build. Yeah, we are like literally 3-shotting these Dark Weavers. Unfortunately, we do not get our silence as Holy. That is specific to Shadow. But I can pop some renews every once in a while without having to worry about popping back into Shadow form. Alright, here we go. We got the map right here, or whatever this is. There is text roughly scribbled in chalk on the map. Rydal. They're taking me to Oldemon. Send help. From Hammertoe. Find Prospector Rydal. Looks like he's just to the south of us.
Interest you on a pint? Off with you.
Hammertoe's alive? This is amazing, Alindria.
Watch your back.
Alindria, can you find him? Can you find Hammertoe in Oldemon? If those dirty Shadowforge are holding him hostage to figure out what he knows about the Titan excavations, then all of Ironforge could be in huge trouble. For a long time now, those Dark Irons have been looking for magics to make more powerful golems. Hammertoe was doing the same, of course, but only to stop them. They're probably keeping him alive until they learn what he knows. You've got to hurry if you're going to save him.
Be good.
Okay. A dwarf and his tools. Hey, Alindria, be careful around here. There be dark iron dwarves all around. Looked like the Shadowforge clan. They just attacked the excavation site I was working at. killed nearly everyone there, including my boss, Hammertoe. I barely escaped with my life. The site's to the north of here, and I'm trying to plan a way to get some of our supplies back, especially me lucky pick. Think you'd be helping me out some? One of those damned dark irons must have taken my pick. Could be any one of them. So I guess I should have picked this quest up before I read out the previous one about Hammertoe potentially being alive.
Off with you. How are ya?
And we've got a couple of things
with you.
here. Looks like there might be an elite
Great
quest.
to meet you.
Fiery Blaze
Safe
enchantments. Team party and loader on. What do you get for this? Enchants a weapon to have 15% chance to inflict fire damage. I mean, 9 to 13 fire damage is not exactly a lot, but... Oh, to all enemies. It's AoE, never mind. Cool enchant. We're going to save this one because it's a bit out of our range at the moment.
See you soon.
In our hurry to leave the Oldemont excavation site, we were forced to abandon many wagons and crates of supplies along the way. The local ogres from Camp Kosh have been on our abandoned equipment like vultures on a rotting corpse. Don't smell much better either. Than the corpses, I mean. Anyways, they took the cart that was carrying all of our weapons and such. So, well, this is a bit embarrassing. We haven't been able to get any food. We're in a bit of a pickle here. Suppose you could help us out?
Watch your back. See you soon.
Yep. We will at some point. We'll pick up the Discs of Norganon at some point. I feel like this quest can be picked up in multiple locations. Not just this one. Let me actually... I could have swore I could have picked it up in like Stormwind or Ironforge or something, but maybe not. Let's continue picking up our quests. We've got a ton to pick up. There's so many. There's some over here as well. Oh, hello. Got a group of ogres. This is a quest that we need to complete at some point. I wonder if we can pick up that quest now. I know Horde get this quest. I don't know if Alliance also get this quest to kill this guy. I mean, maybe if I took care of the ogres at Camp Kosh, maybe it would give us the quest to kill these guys. Just casually walking by this camp.
Ah, potential customer.
Alright, bunch of quests to pick up here. Power Stones. A while ago, I had an incident with the Shadowforge dwarves. They brought me to Angar Fortress to study 2 types of strange stones at Oldemon. I discovered that the stones were sustained, stable power sources if treated correctly. It's amazing the things one can find in that old dig site. Anyway, after I told them the secret of the stones, they kicked me out of Angor Fortress and began digging for more in Oldemon. I want those stones for myself. Bring me both types and I'll pay you plenty. I think this is one of the Oldemon quests that you do outside of the dungeon. I think it still involves killing elite enemies if I'm not mistaken. Maybe I'm wrong about that.
Keep it real.
Pearl Diving. This is an elite quest in Stranglethorn.
Be good.
My quest log is almost full, so I think I'm going to leave it alone for now. I really have to, like, get some of this stuff done and cleared out of my my logs.
Yo! Have a good one!
Barbecued buzzard wings. Oh yes, my barbecued buzzard wings are a favorite. The sauce is rich and the meat is tangy, and the smell will bring hungry running from miles away. I have everything I need to cook up a batch, everything except the buzzard wings. If you want some, then get me the buzzard wings. Bring me enough, and I might even share the recipe with you.
Keep it real. Be
You only
good.
need 4 of those. So that's not too bad. Let's keep pushing south, I guess, for now. We're eventually going to pick up the Coolant Heads Prevail quest up north. This is the quest that leads to the Nifty Stopwatch quest, which we might actually do. Especially, it depends on when I decide to transfer our priest here over to the Classic Era realms. But once I do, I imagine, at least I would hope, that the competition would be not as bad, in theory. Will that actually be the case? I have no idea. But these rock elementals in the Badlands in general is a very, very common gold farming spot, as elemental earth is very sought after. Well, we found Agmond, beaten to a pulp by these trogs, I would have to assume. This skeleton must be the unfortunate remains of Agmond. His body is broken and battered, and his bones picked clean. Lovely. Agmond's tracks lead from the west. It is easy to tell from the bloody smears across rock and sand that the dwarf crawled some distance, and here he died. Upon close inspection, the word Murderlock is roughly scrawled in a patch of Badlands sandstone, scrawled next to Agmond's dead hand. Yeah, looks like we're going to be killing some trogs. They're actually a bit higher level, around level 40. The Badlands is one of those interesting zones where, like, the level range is from like 35 to 45, but honestly, there's quests in here that you really can't even do until like you're level 50. It lasts for quite a long time. Yeah, I guess we'll work on the trogs now. There might be some local wildlife to kill along the way, but let's get into the action. We also have a new rank of star shards too from not too long ago that we can potentially use as well. It's a little bit more mana efficient, but it's also a spell that also, I'm assuming, can't crit either. And it wouldn't get as much benefit from our extra spell power as like our smite would, for example. Oh, and these guys have a kick. Lovely. That would also make star shards worse. The fact that these guys have a kick. Since if you don't get like the full 6-second channel, it's not very worth it, I guess. Since we do have our other wand, the Pitchwood wand, let's switch over to that. It's a minor DPS loss, but it also deals fire damage. It's just, I don't know, it's just more interesting to have multiple elemental types for your wands. So you're not just listening to the same, you know, sound effects over and over again. We're going to need some of the wildlife as well, so take out some of these coyotes. I actually got 2 fangs from that. That quest might actually be pretty quick. If that stays the case. I drift a little bit far away from the trogs, but that's okay. They're not going anywhere. And as expected, we're going to be drinking a little bit more. Honestly, I mean, we weren't really drinking at all, drinking any water at all when we were Shadow. It's kind of its main benefit, I guess, when you're killing a lot of stuff. Shadow's probably better, but we had a lot of travel time today, so... Only now did we actually start working through some of these. I think we did a pretty good job. It's a good start. Only need a couple of coyote fangs left. And we picked up one of the buzzard wings, I think. It's not too bad. Let's take that short walk back and start working on the trogs again. What I'll try to do is mix in a little bit of Shadow Word Pain. Here's our Murderlock. Might be pulling two here. It's okay. We'll mix in Shadow Word Pain a little bit. Just because it will help with our mana. Let's get rid of that healing word. Wait for Murderlock to fall from the Shattered Pain. Perfect. Use that extra spell power to finish him off. He fell all the way out here. See if we can get to that chest over there. Nothing special, so we can just use that potion. Tiny bit of mana back. Three more bone snappers, and then we can put this quest to bed. Accidentally pressed levitate there. That sucks. Just used up one of my light feathers. Every time I cast levitate, I lose like 20 silver. Meant to cast Holy Nova. So we're done with the trucks. Where do we turn that quest in? Is it down here? Oh no, okay, it's back at the Iron Band excavation site. Over here in the south now, we've got Theldur the Lost. It looks like we got another dungeon quest here in Solution to Doom.
What's on your mind?
Oh my, there is a doom approaching. Mark me, a doom. No, I cannot speak of it, cannot utter their names, or they may hear me. But if we learn, yes, if we learn more of them, then maybe we can learn how to foil them. Maybe. Go into Alderaan. No, I said it. You must find the tablet of Ryune. Yes, find it. And don't make me speak that name again. It is deep in that place, in an ancient chest. That's where it hides, in a chest crafted before the works of any dwarf. This guy is insane. Doomsayer's robes, minus 10 stamina, but 20 plus spirit. That is not worth it. I think that, yeah, that gives us 2 extra spirit. They're pretty cool. Not very priesty, I guess. But yeah, we'll pick this up. This is another Alderaan quest that might be. Yeah, it's outside of the dungeon. I feel like Alderaan has a ton of quests, and half of them are outside of the dungeon. This coyote real quick. Puffs back up. Oh, there's a buzzard here. I can take that out too. Alright, let's collect the rest of our animal parts, I suppose. We'll do that, and then we'll kind of see where we're at from there. We'll see where our like next turn-ins should be. Like I said, we're probably going to work on, at some point, work on the collection of elemental earth and whatever other quests are involved with those rock elementals. There's actually some in the south here. We have the quest for rock elemental shards, but I want to pick up the one from the goblin up north here. Because he has another quest related to the elementals. And you know what, let's just pick that up now. We'll have plenty of opportunities, I think, to collect our animal parts. Maybe we'll kill the buzzards along the way, since they seem a bit more rare than the coyotes. But yeah, we gotta get a start on the rock elementals, since you never know who's gonna be farming them up. We're not playing during the prime time hours right now, so maybe we'll have a chance. But man, yeah, getting that quest completed when Anniversary first came out was... It was impossible. Literally, like, could not be done. I'm starting to see more and more players over here, though. Which does not surprise me. Kill that buzzard in a minute. Oh, it's a gnome, not a goblin. Okay.
Pleased to meet
I knew it was a little person.
you. Have a great day now.
Study of the elements, rock. Here in the Badlands, I've stopped to work on my latest project, my Shackles of Elemental Binding. When complete, they will allow mages to summon even more powerful elementals for use in even greater capacities. To start things off, I need small stone shards to test some of my newest offensive spells, along with a few gizmos I've pieced together. The shards are easily collected, yeah, easily, from the lesser rock elementals to the west of here. Could you bring me some?
Off and away.
Quest log full. What can we actually get rid of here? I can get rid of Big Game Hunter for now. It's not completely necessary. Is there anything else here I can drop? There's not much. I can drop this one from Dust Wallow. I was actually thinking about skipping that quest anyway.
Be seeing you.
Coolant heads prevail. Let me tell you something about frost oil. Nothing can keep an engine or gears from overheating quite like it. Its cooling properties are extraordinary, and its longevity as a lubricant without equal. That's not all. It also aids in retaining enchantments on magical items. I need a vial of it to increase the magical capacity of my shackles, and make them powerful enough to stop our summoned friend from killing us all. Brokin, a goblin friend of mine, can teach you to make it. He's an Alterac.
You have a great day.
Yeah, I think we might have actually talked to him, or at least I pointed out his existence when we were up there. Oh, where did that buzzard go? Yeah, that's just to get the recipe. You don't actually get the frost oil itself, so we'll be purchasing it off the auction house since we are not an alchemist, which is fine. It shouldn't be too expensive, knock on wood, but oh my god, all the elementals are alive. I don't think I've ever seen this before. That's crazy. Maybe because the TBC pre-patch was announced, maybe people are just like not farming elemental earth anymore. Because, you know, maybe everyone's just like, all right, you know, we're prepping for TBC now. Maybe there are other useful items in Classic that could still work in TBC that people care about more. But yeah, getting these small stone shards is not easy, as our gnome friend over there suggested. This is a huge pain in the butt, and yeah, now we've got some competition. Got a rock elemental shard for the other quest. Let's kill as many as we can. We might have to go down south and kill some of the ones down there. Back up. Yeah, this is crazy. Never seen so many alive. We might actually be able to get our nifty stopwatch on this character. That would be nice. It's a really cool trinket. And we're not going to get another trinket for quite a while. These guys also drop some decent vendor stuff as well, like just some gray items you can sell to a vendor for a decent amount, which is probably also why they're popular to kill. They're also very easy to kill, as we just picked up our first small stone shard of 10. It's good that they're easy to kill, so that we don't have to use too many spells, and hopefully we won't have to sit down for mana too often. And here we go, another person. Yeah, I guess we just kind of came here at the right time. At least initially. No, there's a ton of people here. These guys are a little bit higher, level 39, 40. And our rock elemental shard quest is done. Meanwhile, we're still sitting on one small stone shard for our gnome friend. Yeah, this is gonna take a while. Haven't found any elemental earth yet either. Oh, and as I said that, I speaked it into existence. Cool. Yeah, we only need 2, so we just need 1 more elemental earth. And once we have it, we'll be ready to craft our robes of power. And have some cool new robes. Those are always the most fun upgrades for a caster, in my opinion. Even more fun than like the weapon. Since the robes cover 75% of your character or more. Alright, well that was a good start to the elementals, but they're all dead now. I swear, like when you came here during the early months of Anniversary, you'd have people stationed in certain areas of this like hill. And like that was your spot. Like you got to camp your own, 2 elementals or whatever it was. And you just sat there and waited for them to respawn. It's the definition of insanity, but that's just how Classic is. Alright. We're not going to wait around while we have other stuff that we can do. Let's wrap up the Badlands reagent run at least. Let's get that last coyote fang. Let's look out for some buzzards. Go. Actually ended up getting more than what we needed. Which is weird because I feel like this item isn't tradable. Maybe it is, I don't know. Actually, yeah, it makes sense that it would be. The buzzard wings are probably tradable too, if I had to guess. It clears up our map a little bit too, which is nice. Oh yeah, let's head over to that bone pile over there in the distance. I'm sure we'll find a decent amount of buzzards over there. We'll get that done. And maybe then we'll just focus on like turning in some quests from there. Or, I don't know. Maybe we'll stick around. I have some extra time today, I think. And we'll, if we need to dedicate a whole episode to farming up the rest of those, elemental pieces. Oh, that's our last buzzard wing. Okay, we need buzzard gizzards, though, too. So we need 3 more of those. Yeah, I really do want at least that second elemental earth. But it would be nice to finish that quest in general. So that we can make progress towards the watch. Yeah, I'm glad we came over to this side, because if we were just looking for random buzzards, this would take a lot longer. I'm not having too much luck with the gizzards right now. Just one more to go. We'll move around the south side past Camp Cag. Oh, can I not? I just realized I can't get the stones for the quest from the elementals down south here. That is such a pain. And you know what, now that I think about it, it's probably a follow-up quest to go down here and get like another set of like specific types of stones. That is going to be very annoying if we have to only stay up north. We're gonna have to chip away at the quest slowly over time, I guess. That's the only way. I feel like we're gonna get it done. Got our last gizzard at least. Idol's lucky pick. It looks like we could actually get that quest done. We don't have to actually go into Oldemon for that one. Okay. Go turn this quest in the middle for the buzzard wings. And I think what we'll do is we'll turn that in. I'll use my Hearthstone to get back to Menethil. We'll take a flight to Ironforge, and then I can purchase the frost oil that I'll need for the quest. and then we can come back for another episode in the Badlands to try to wrap that up. We can turn in the quest back in Delsamar and at the Iron Band excavation site.
I got what you need. Have a good one.
I'll get started on those wings right away. I can almost taste them already. And here's the recipe, in case you want to make them yourself. It's a typical like 8 stam, 8 spirit
Keep it
recipe.
real. Be good.
We're not going to use it. I mean, we can learn it. There's no harm in doing that. Oh boy. Oh boy, are we in trouble. Okay, we're fine. Alright, let's use our Hearthstone. I got a lot of stuff to go through with my bags as well. Just sell some stuff. And yeah. Glad to be back doing some holy stuff for a bit. I think that's been fun to experiment with multiple specs that I didn't really know about that Priest had, including Discipline too. We were Disciplined for such a long time, and I had no idea that it could be played that way. So, but that's going to do it for me for today. As always, I appreciate you all so much for watching, and if you enjoyed today's episode in the Badlands, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel for more. And I hope to see you back in the Badlands in the next one. Take care.